Man, I got a problem. I'm in love with this song. This song's like really good. Where's the music video? God, there's so many of these opened up right now. No, it's a different song. Okay. There's just something about this song. It's just like, it's so good.
Watch the sunrise along the coast as we're both getting old. I can't describe what I'm feeling, and all I know is we're going home. So please don't let me go. Don't let me go. And if it's right,
This part's so
I
good.
don't care how long it takes. As long as I'm with you, I've got a smile on my face. Save your tears, it'll be okay. All I know is you're here with me. Watch the sunrise as we're getting old. I can't describe. I wish I could live through every memory again. Just one more time before we float off in the wind. And all the time we spent waiting for the light to take us in have been the greatest moments of my life. I don't care how long it takes. As long as I'm with you, I've got a smile on my face. Save your tears, it'll be.
Man, this guy, he has to be new. Until if he keeps this up, he's going to be golden. DK Oldie Scam Me. Yo, it's so crazy. I've been hearing about this company on TikTok. So for those of you who don't know, DK Oldies is a retro gaming store. Don't know exactly where they're from. I believe probably over in the East Coast, maybe. I could be wrong. But these guys price gouge like crazy. It is sickening how bad they price gouge. Like literally, they price gouge worse than eBay. And that's saying a lot right there. eBay, what's the other one? Wish, OfferUp, Macari. It is horrible.
Making them proud or making them pay. I'm running.
Like, oh my god, what gets me is how in the world can they get away with that? How can they get away with scamming like that? That's just, I don't know, man. Like, they factor in like inflation out the max. Like, how in the world are you paying like $300 for a Wii? Or really, more realistically, they're charging probably like $250. But still, you get what I mean. Like, it's just so crazy to me. And people are buying it. That's the worst thing about it. Like, let's see what he's talking about.
Ha! It's DK Oldies time.
Is DK Oldies a scam?
That face says it all right there. Why? That face really said it all. Let me get it.
It's DK Oldies time.
If that's not the truth, man. I don't know what. It's getting a little hot. I'm gonna turn the fan on pretty soon.
Is DK Oldies a scam? No.
Are you sure about that, buddy?
Skip it up and that up.
Hey Rich, have you checked out DK Oldies? Hey Rich, have you checked out DK Oldies? Hey Rich, have you checked out DK Oldies? I hear they're a scam. I hear they're great. I hear they suck. I hear they don't suck. I watch YouTube videos and they seem to suck. So you know what I did? I spent a lot of money on a Nintendo Entertainment System and
NES, okay.
We're gonna find out and we're gonna open it and see if they actually refurbish it the way they claim. So a little back.
Man, I guarantee you, these companies out here seeing refurbished with these old systems, it's so bad. Like, they literally just open the system up, get a little blower, blow all the dust out, and call it a day. That's not refurbished at all.
Story on DK Oldies. They blew up on TikTok. They have 2.5
Yeah, they
million
did.
followers, and they basically made a bunch of videos that essentially show them thoroughly refurbishing the consoles. And a lot of normies bought into it, and a lot of the collecting community is like, what you're doing to these does not justify spending 3 times the price. You're gonna see it here. Other used game stores are selling the same products essentially at the same quality as DK Oldies. For a third of the price. So I hope this was lick clean. I want to see the gold on the connectors of the games that are in here better sparkle so much that I see a
Right.
reflection off of my shining pink beautiful nipple.
Oh yeah.
All right, so anyway, let's open the box. So as you see here,
It's a big box, man. You got a lot of things.
I just scratched out my address because I don't want anyone saying that, Rich, you didn't really get that from DK Oldies. I did. All right, so
I mean, he could have easily got a Sharpie, though, and just Sharpied over it.
I didn't open it, unbox it. I don't know what to expect yet, but I
What do you
didn't.
mean you don't know what to
I didn't pay
expect? What
attention
you
to
ordered,
people
right?
When I got this, I'm like, what the hell is this?
It should be what you're
And I was,
expecting.
like, thinking maybe it's from DK Oldies, but I'm like, they didn't fit an NES in a perfectly square box. Oh wait, they did. They did fit an NES in a perfectly square box. That is talent. All right, so look, we got paper. Can't wait to shove this up my ass. I got it just for the hell of it, because I'm always curious to see. This is a composite to HDMI.
Yo, what is
So
so crazy? Some of these people who sell retro gaming, like consoles, they don't even have the right power cord or the other cable that you plug into your TV so you can get sound and picture. I just recently bought a Sega Genesis, the Gen 2. Tell me why they gave me all the cords for the Sega Genesis Gen 1. And for those of you who don't know much about the Sega Genesis, I think there's like 3 there's a Sega Genesis 1, but there's two versions of the 1, and there's Sega Genesis 2 and then Sega Genesis 3. So the 2 and the 3 have the same adapter for the power cord. But the Genesis 1 has a different adapter. It's a little bit bigger, I believe, for both the adapter and the other cable, where you can get your picture and your sound. And so they sold me the wrong adapter, so I had to go through third parties because they obviously didn't have it over at their shop when I went back. So, yeah, that was that.
You could play your Nintendo Entertainment System on your newfangled 720p plasma TV. Only the OGs know about those. Even though they were flat, they weighed as much as a goddamn house. Alright, so we got... Alright, let's... Paper... We'll get to that last. You know why? Because I know this box is kind of in my face. So, there's that. So here we got...
Oh, you're good, man.
Oh, no.
3-in-1
They couldn't get
adapter.
an actual,
Those I hate
these
those.
adapters suck.
I
They
hate
suck,
those.
and they introduce noise into the video signal. I've dealt with so many of these. You couldn't find at this price point, DK Oldies, a real goddamn adapter, or at least
They
a
probably got it from
reputable
China or
third-party
something.
one? Are you
Guarantee
out of your
you.
mind? We got AV cables. They are what they are.
AV cables, yeah, that's
That is,
the name
I'm
of it.
already pissed off. What is? All right, is this better be a real Nintendo control? Okay, it is a real dirty. It is a real dirty. They got to be kidding me. Are you doing this on purpose? Is this like your business model? Like, let's get a bunch of YouTubers to see that our stuff really. So look at the back. Look at that. I don't know if you can see it. I know this camera sucks, and my editor begs me every time I do a video like this to get a new one. You see it here? It looks like it has like a
Yeah, it looks like
dirt
smudges.
army fatigue kind of pattern to it. Maybe that's what they were going for. But at least, how do the buttons feel? Is there any stickiness? We sure as hell are going to open. They kind of. It's missing.
A screw? How many screws? I say
There is
2.
only 3 screws in the back of this dirty ass controller.
Is DK Oldies a scam? No.
I haven't even touched the console yet. Just keep that in mind.
Your shoulders.
We are not off to a good start.
I mean, it looks
I love
fine
how
right
they
there.
put a screw. See, they don't have the. They pulled out the Nintendo screws, or they had like a proprietary screw at the time, and they put in their own.
What's wrong? What happened?
Is DK Oldies a scam?
Is
no.
it good?
I swear to God, they don't give me my money back on this thing. I'm gonna lose my shit. Look at that right here.
What's missing?
A chip. I spent $300 on this system. $300. You could get one in the same, if not better.
I mean, I think. Now, I like playing devil's advocate. So far, we don't know. Did he buy one that. I looked at the website, and I think there's 2 versions of a system that you can get. What I mean by that is like the quality rise. Like there could be some flaws. You either click that checkbox, that little box, or you go for the one to where it has no flaws. So I don't know. Maybe he might have checked. He wants the one with the flaws. I don't know. That could be a thing.
Condition for a third of the price. Why is there a chip right here in the system? Why? Can you explain that to me? I could find one of these on eBay
But definitely for that price, I'll be.
in this condition.
Pissed.
Dirt on the feet. Dirt on the... This is 2016. There would be a lot more swears in this video. Dirt on the feet. Get your sticker off of here. I'm opening this. You did not. You did.
They put
this
their own
is-
sticker on there?
They have a sticker that if you tamper with it, you're funny. You're cute. That guy with that blonde hair, he's a handsome man. He's a real handsome man. I'm opening this anyway.
That whole time, I thought he was like the
Put that
owner
out
or
there.
something.
Let's see. Let's look at the front here. Look, there's all scratches here, dirt there. Oh, that's so. And you know what? I don't even know what that is.
Did you at least get
We
Mario?
had another May 1st
Mario
episode
3
there because
and
I'm putting my finger
I
across
don't
it
know
and
any
it's
other
lighting it up.
NES games.
Cucumbers.
All right, so I know these are not.
Yep, there it
There's
is.
No, God, no, they're not. The connectors are dirty. This is unreal, man. This is like.
Just get some
let me go
alcohol,
get
bro,
some
and put it up
alcohol,
in there.
and I'll clean this and see what's on.
Get a
these-
Q-tip
on
and
these
alcohol.
connectors. BRB. All right, I'm back.
Hey, I'll tell you one thing, man. If you aren't blowing into Pauls, but if you really aren't blowing into those cartridges, man, what are you doing with life? You know what I mean? Name me one person that had a cartridge system, whether it be the NES, the Sega Genesis, the Nintendo 64, right? Name me one person that never blew into like the intake and the actual cartridge itself. You won't find one. That's how you get things started.
With some isopropyl alcohol. This is not. I usually like using denatured alcohol because isopropyl kind of has a lubricant on it, so it could leave a little bit of a film, but it's not the end of the world. It'll work. So let's see. They're already a scam. Like we could stop.
Yeah.
I could stop the video.
We already know that.
Have the outro and be like, yeah, don't buy shit from DK.
We've known that since we first looked on their site.
I don't have high hopes for what's going to come off on this Q-tip. Let's see.
Man, what if it's just like a sugar daddy just pulls out of there?
Nope, dirty. Maybe up top, contrast to the console over there. Look, dirty. It's absolutely disgusting. I mean, it's not. I've seen way worse.
I was about to say it's not too bad.
I paid for refurbished, the extra premium. There should be nothing coming off.
I mean, yeah, if you pay for premium, I understand
I'm going to
that.
show
Okay.
you right now a little time and a little effort as I am spilled isopropyl alcohol. Looks like I pissed on myself. That's fine too, though. That's perfect. Just like I got ripped off by DK, at least I'm perfectly okay with that. But if you put the effort in, first off, isopropyl alcohol evaporates in seconds, so I'm not worried about it. Look at that. It's the other side too.
Yeah,
Still
that's
dirty.
a
Basically,
lot
what
dirtier
they're
than the
doing
first one.
As I clean this, I'm not going to clean the
Or
rest
the
of
first
part.
side.
We already know is people who don't know any better, who have.
Yeah, man,
my
it's
mom's on TikTok.
like it could be like the grandparents or something when buy their grandchildren like an old school game. They know, I mean, but they really should know because, I mean, granted, you bought the NES back then for, we'll just say, $200 or whatever. Like, you know, it's price gouge if they're trying to sell it for like $350 or something. Come on.
Time she's 65 years old. Okay.
Like, it's
Or-
costing more than when you
that
first
term
bought it.
Sounds like I'm being condescending, but it's true. People don't understand the technology. People who aren't collectors in the community, they see these videos, they put on this show that they're thoroughly
Tickled.
refurbishing them, and people who don't understand buy into it and think the price is justified. Now, I will say, if all of this nonsense didn't happen and they actually had a clean, very clean console,
Then maybe.
with games that were thoroughly cleaned, just doing this, that's all you had to do. And if I open this up, I don't have high hopes. I'm actually going to use it first to see if it works, then open it up. If this was actually cleaned internally, you know, maybe recapped, all the dust blown out, and made to look like new.
You know, I
Still
never
high
had a
price, but
NES.
I would swallow the jagged pill. This is, no, the pill is made of cyanide. Don't swallow this. Anyway, before you open it up, let's at least see if they packed up a console that works. We'll start there.
Wanted to show you something too. Don't mind my bird in the background. He's just being sexy. But watch when you pop up.
The NES, I think the NES had that duck shooting game too, if I'm not mistaken. And like they had the little gun that came with it. I think that's the NES. I could be wrong.
Cartridge slot. It just kind of jiggles. It's supposed to go all the way up and not do that. So there's another L. Just thought I'd put it out there.
All right. All right, this is the first
Oh,
time
that
I put
looks
Super Mario
so
Brothers 2
bad.
in. And look at it. Look, this wasn't cleaned. This was absolutely not cleaned. I'm gonna have to clean this game too.
That looks
Okay,
horrible.
Second time's a charm. I haven't cleaned this yet. We'll clean it after I play the game. Let's just see how it holds up. And let's see how truly broken this control. Yeah, see? Like, it feels like it's fine, and then it just stops working. All right? There you go, no problem. Let me touch it normally. See? I have to put force down. These guys are scam artists, man. This is worse than I thought. I thought people were just giving them a hard time. No, they're literally robbing you blind. Oh, yeah, the controller stopped working again, but it sounds fine. The system itself is running fine. But I can tell you right now, if I open it up and it's actually clean inside the Nintendo Entertainment System, I'm going to crap my pants because I just don't think it's going to be. Anyway, all right, so here we are. This is the
There we
game that
go.
I cleaned. This is Super Mario Brothers 3.
The best
It's working.
Mario game.
Worked the first time. It's widescreen. This stupid HDMI box they gave me forces it widescreen. But you know what, though? I will give it credit for something. It actually works with my capture card. A lot of times these HDMI boxes, they don't even want to work with some HDMI TVs, let alone a HDMI capture card. So let's go. Let's see how this holds up. All right, so far, none of the buttons on the controller are sticking. Well, maybe. Oh, they are. No, they are. This controller, like sometimes, like it feels like it's working. Yep, there it is again. I had to push down harder on the controller. Remember, folks, I spent $300 US on this system to be thoroughly refurbished, and the controller is not
Yeah,
working.
man,
right.
you're
I'm
better off
speechless.
getting a-
I'm absolutely speechless.
All right, I'm
Try to
back.
buy
and
a
dressed even
PS5 with
sexier.
that.
I had to find a screwdriver.
Oh, it takes a regular
that
screwdriver?
would
Okay.
Fit in the holes of the NES. They do not use the original screws, DK Oldies. They use Phillips head. So
Oh, that's why.
let's get in here and see how much refurbishing they did. All right, so I pulled off. It is a new.
It's a
72
dusty?
pin connector, as
Oh,
you see.
well, that's
It's
good.
Nice and shiny there. But here is the motherboard. It looks clean.
It doesn't
I have
look
to
bad
say,
right
at
there.
least the internals on this look okay, and I'm not seeing there any. All the caps don't look swollen. But the $1 million question is, with all the other things they neglected here, is this just a lucky motherboard? You know what I mean? Where it just didn't get dust inside of it. So, all right, the board is clean, but the reality of it is, does the rest of the package justify the price? Could you not get this in this condition anywhere else? Hell no. Anyway,
Guarantee you,
spastically
you're
put this
probably
back
paying
together,
max
and then I'll
maybe
give you my final
$200.
thoughts. I'm not going to make you suffer and watch me do that.
NES plus probably about
Okay,
3 games.
So it's story time with Dad. And I have to give a disclaimer with this. I am going to technically have to take the L here, but I don't think I'm the one who should. I know that sounds like I'm contradicting myself, but let me explain. So you saw that I took apart the DK Oldies NES. It is successfully put back together, and I took note of the fact that screws were missing as I was taking it apart on the bottom as well. They're not using spec screws. There's a special kind of hex head that Nintendo
Yep,
used
I have
to
that
use.
screwdriver.
They're using their own Phillips head, which are more than likely not the same length or the same spec as Nintendo's original screws. So
That could
I'm putting the
damage
shielding
something.
back on. I'm putting it back together, and success. It was put back together, but I was noticing something. The game was not going in properly, and I'm like, I got the holes on the back black bracket to line up, and they're screwed in properly. Why would the game get stuck? What we realized is, I actually brought this to my dad after I put it together. Like,
It's
why
the
is
screw.
this so tight in front and the game
Telling
gets
you.
stuck? And what we put together is, because the screws are a little bit longer, it's making the plastic contort, which in turn was not letting the game actually go down. So what I think is that DK Oldies purposely missed screws because they knew they weren't putting the proper specification screws in, and they knew if they put all the screws in the bottom,
It wouldn't go in.
If, if they actually
It
did
wouldn't
their
work.
job properly, that this wouldn't actually work. So they cut corners and did a half-assed job by design. Well done.
You blew it.
I tried to go into DK Oldies with an open mind. I saw that there was negative press around them, but there's negative press around everyone on the internet.
That is
Look
true.
me up. I'm sure you'll see some stories. It's just how it is, and misinformation gets out there. But no, you are as much of a scam as everyone has been saying. It's incredible. I mean, this works. It's competent. But this, you consider refurbished? This you think is worth, depending on the bundle you get, $300? You did nothing to this. I could go on eBay right now and find a Nintendo Entertainment System in better condition with this, and with a controller that's actually working, that doesn't look like it was shoved up a zebra's ass.
Let's look them up. And see how bad these prices are. All right, Nintendo. Probably let's go for go 64. $239 for N64 Mario pack. So I'm guessing you get the Mario game plus the 64 plus 2 control. What's the description in this? Nintendo 64 pack. This Nintendo 64 system and its games and accessories are fully refurbished and clean. Okay. Our systems are in great condition and free from most cosmetic flaws. Okay. They're all tested and guaranteed to work and backed by 1 year, 100% guaranteed return policy. Package includes original N64 system control deck, okay, jumper pack, power cord, TV hookup, 2 brand new compatible controllers, and Super Mario 64. Okay. Hey guys, it was worth $280. I want to know who gave these people 5 stars like this. That's what I'm trying to figure out. You save $40. This is what I don't understand. Okay, you're getting the Nintendo 64 Mario pack, right? You're getting 2 controllers. But Mario 64 is a 1-player game. Like, what are you going to use the other controller for? Like, at least, I don't know, Smash Bros, Mario Kart. Like, dude, give them a different game if you're giving them 2 controllers. Don't give them Mario 64. Mario Kart's $50. It was, oh my, $80 at one point. Pokemon Stadium, goated. By far the best Pokemon Stadium game. I don't care what anybody says. Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time was $75, but they're bringing it down to $42. Okay, whatever. Oh, that's ugly. Oh. Star Fox. I never played Star Fox. Oh, this game right here, GoldenEye. That's the grandfather of them all, man. Where's Banjo-Kazooie, though? There it is. 50. Oh my gosh, that's sick. Tony Hawk Pro Skater had this game. Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask is $120. Hold on. Are you kidding me? $120? Is that what we're doing now? $120. Oh! So I get this right here. This is different. If it's a sealed because you could get that graded. That's besides the point. This is shipping from China, by the way. What? 79.59. Let's see what it's sold for. I'm not used to looking at it on here. Let's see the. Is there a Where's the soul filter? Am I missing something? Maybe. No. See, I always do it through my phone. I don't know where the soul filter is. Oh, here it is. Okay. So on eBay, it's selling for, we'll say, worst case being expensive, $80. $80 for the one that when you move it, it like makes that nice little cool action pose right there. I really like that. So we'll say worst case scenario, $80. You're paying $80 on eBay for it. Oh my gosh. 120? And 30 reviews. That's disgusting. This game was okay. Yo, what's going on, man? Conker's Bad Fur Day, man. This game was... I remember my parents bought me this game. It only lasted... It lasted a good 6 hours in my household. All it took was my mom to walk in the our little game room at the time. So in the game room, we had a little TV in there in the front of it where my 64 was plugged in. And then the back corner was where the computer was. And so a lot of times my grandma, she would just go up there and just be on the computer. Sometimes she would help me because back then with walkthroughs, you would have to it was on the computer where you just have to read things line by line. That was back then. There was no YouTube back then. So I remember playing Conker's Bad Fur Day. I convinced my parents to buy it for me. And sure enough, they bought it for me and I was playing with it. It lasted about 6 hours in my house while Mom decided to go upstairs and she saw a very explicit scene. I can't remember exactly what. It could have been when Conker was drinking beer and then got drunk. It was like throwing up. I don't know. That could have been the beginning. But it was something explicit that she saw. And she was like, "What game are you playing?" I was like, "Conker's Bad Fur Day." And then she was like, "Is that the game I just bought today?" I was like, "It sure was." She took that bad boy back to Walmart. I was hurt. I was so hurt by that. All right, so we know they're a scam. Okay.
I'm not even going to waste my time opening this because I'm sure it's dirty as hell. This is absolutely unacceptable. DK Oldies is a scam that makes their videos go viral on different platforms.
They
and
do.
In turn, people who don't understand retro tech like this, they get suckered into it, seeing these videos that are complete lies. Now look, if they were just selling these systems as is, and DK Oldies was like, "Hey, this is it. It's a turd. You want to spend $300 on it? That's what we're selling it for." People get suckered into they get suckered into that. But where they are flat out scam artists and unethical is they are showing videos where they are taking apart systems and like piece by piece and thoroughly cleaning them and putting them together.
That's
and making
kind of
them look
unethical
brand new.
right there.
And they're
I
doing
agree
none
with
of
him.
that. They're not doing.
I 100% agree with this guy is saying. If you're posting videos of you thoroughly cleaning something, you're actually not cleaning it at all. Yeah, that's very unethical.
A fucking thing. They're not doing any of that crap. Do not buy, do not support this company. They should be absolutely ashamed of themselves. This is Rich of Review Tech USA signing out. Have a good one.
All right, Penguin. You got something. There it is.
Want a lawn that looks like this, but your lawn looks a little bit more like this? Then you should click right here and check.
Get excited because HBO Max finally dropped the trailer for what's sure to be the hottest comedy of 2023. Maybe the best comedy ever. Since human beings have evolved to laugh, giggle, smile, it's all been leading up to this moment where we get to witness pure humor from a show called Velma. This is the latest in this never-ending trend to take beloved IP and change everything about it and create something.
Oh, so is it supposed to be... Oh my gosh, they're just... Okay. Is it? I don't know much about Velma, but they're just trying to take an IP and trying to just put their own little spice onto it. Like, you know, those cartoons like Family Guy and whatnot. Is it going to be like that?
Abominable from it. This follows in the footsteps of the greats that came before it, such as the Halo show, the Resident Evil,
BoJack
Netflix
Horseman.
show, Witcher Blood.
BoJack Horseman,
It's got
well,
big
I
shoes
kind of
to
like
fill,
that
but
show,
after this
though.
trailer, I'm convinced that it might be the worst out of all of them. And you know what that means. I'm going to sit down and waterboard myself with the horrible jokes that this show is going to let rip. I'm going to watch it. Now, of course, you all know Velma is a big character from the Scooby-Doo franchise. She's been around for many decades now, and this is now her standalone adult animated spin-off.
Yep.
And now I've
I
said this
knew
many
it.
times in the past, and I'll say it again. I'll scream it from the mountaintops. Taking an IP and then telling your own unique story within that world, or even using the characters in different ways, I always think is totally fine, and I welcome it. I'm always excited to see new interpretations of this work that I like. But there needs to be a level of respect paid to the source material, as well as it making sense for it to exist and justify its own creation here. And Velma, from everything I've seen so far, does the exact opposite. It proudly shits on the Scooby-Doo franchise. It even takes Scooby-Doo completely out of Velma. Scooby-Doo's not here, apparently. So it's about as far from being respectful to the IP as you can possibly get. Now, even before this trailer dropped, Velma was catching more shit than my toilet, and this led to a lot of debate and controversy. People were upset that all of the characters have been completely changed in every possible aspect
I mean, I can
imaginable.
understand
And it didn't
that.
help that the first promotional material was Velma proudly, like, insulting fans. So it almost seemed like a two girls, one cup situation where they were just proudly eating.
Oh my gosh.
regardless,
Oh, he brought up bad
when all of
memories.
this controversy started stirring in this cauldron here, this stew of hostility, a lot of people were just calling everyone who disliked it racist, which I always find to be an extremely scummy thing to do. There's
that?
nothing wrong with just asking, why not make this an original cast of characters instead of taking the names of characters that have existed for fucking decades and then changing everything about them. It could have just been an entirely different team set in the Scooby-Doo universe. Like, let's say they didn't call this Velma and they just took all of these same character qualities and everything, and they just had it be a completely different set of mystery solvers in the Scooby-Doo world. You have Scooby-Doo and the crew going around solving mysteries, boofing Scooby snacks in a bathtub, whatever. That's all very family-friendly. And then this follows the more adult crew that's also solving mysteries, maybe a rival of the Mystery Inc. gang. You know, this could be the Murder Master Ass Blasters Detective Force, and they're very, you know, adult-oriented, no-nonsense kind of shit. It's gory, it's bloody, they say bitch, they say ass, tit, fuck. Like, all the things that they're clearly striving for here. Why take all of that and then put it on characters that have already existed for so long? Like, you could have
Okay.
just told something original with these same characters, and it would have been totally fine. But regardless of where you stand on this stuff, the biggest problem with Velma is the writing, at least judging by the trailer. If the humor in the trailer is indicative of the quality of the show, they need to fire all of those writers ASAP. Cause my god, that shit'll rupture your eardrums from pure fucking cringe. It is miserable. Yeah, so I did want to watch the Velma trailer. I saw clips of this on Twitter, It's about as horrible as I think everyone expected it to be.
Okay.
This is like HBO Max's version of Big Mouth.
Told my way. She has no brain! Oh, I'm not dissing her. She has
Is that supposed to be Daphne?
So that's the clip I saw first today.
Ooh. I didn't know
I
she
have
was
to
naked
wonder
right
who
there.
the fucking audience is. Because it's supposed to be like an adult cartoon, but that's a joke you'd hear out of like
It's
Ed, Edd n
very
Eddy or something.
lewd.
I don't know who this is for. Yeah, this has nothing to do with Scooby-Doo or the characters at all. They have a completely rewritten history, background, everything. They only share a name. And Scooby's not even in this.
Scooby's
So
not
this-
in there?
It shouldn't even
Oh.
be compared to anything even remotely associated with Scooby-Doo. That's clearly them just slapping this name on it for a cash grab. 100% they're going to have the original cast in the last episode. You're giving them so much credit, Dankin. 0% chance. I'm willing to bet on it. This
That can be a possibility. That's a possibility. We can't fully ride that out.
show, I guarantee, hates Scooby-Doo. The people behind it fucking hated it. They probably were forced to by the network because this IP wouldn't have sold on its own 2 feet. So they were forced to roll with Scooby-Doo. I do not think they will include them. I would normally
It's
agree with you
debatable.
because that seems like a pretty predictable thing that they would do, but not for this one.
Welcome to Hawthorne Island. We make the best food.
You have to remember their very first trailer was literally shitting on people that like Scooby-Doo, so I just don't see it happening. But I'm willing to be proven wrong. Let's.
Was it really? Let's see Velma trailer. Okay.
Dear HBO Max, I just learned you intend to make a genre-bending comedic origin story of Judy Jetson. When I heard this new version of Judy Jetson wouldn't be boy crazy, the only word I had to describe my disgust is jinkies. If there is one thing the internet agrees on, it's that you should never change anything ever. I hope you die. Sincerely, Velma. Well, at least Judy's still white. Unknown caller. Spooky. Hello? Velma Dinkley speaking.
Hello, Velma. Do you like solving mysteries?
Yeah, but I'm actually much more three-dimensional than that. Who is this?
That's the mystery. And solve it quick, because I'm in your house.
A serial killer calling from inside my house? Yes, that's a classic, and that's my point. Why change anything when the classics all still work, right? Wait, you're inside my house?
So did she die? I guess not.
Maybe they will go with the basic one there, but yeah, it's fucking rough.
Thing to do with drugs, which I hate.
It's supposed to be Shaggy?
Hey, Fred.
Do I know you?
It's Velma from school.
I have a disease where I can't recognize people who aren't hot.
Is it called rudeness?
I have an illness!
Hey, Daphne. I need to
Yeah,
stop.
yikes, Jesus.
I'm a huge bitch.
I don't think anyone was expecting it to be good, but I also don't know if anyone was expecting it to be this awful either. It really feels like they went to ChatGPT and asked it to generate jokes for it. Setting aside all of like the wild changes for no reason, the actual humor of it is horrible in the trailer. Like, even if you set aside everything else, the actual comedy of it is miserable. It maybe is better in the actual show and they just chose the worst jokes to get people hype. I don't know, but if nothing else, it
I
can
mean,
be
maybe it's a
absolutely
different type of
destroyed for
comedy,
how
though.
awful the writing is.
Danger.
Oh. Whenever I see this, whenever I see like twerking in a show, I know the person who wrote that is like 50 years old. What do kids like? Twerking. What if she does it poorly? Oh, that's good. That's good. Yes. Write it down. Please write it down. That's gonna be a hit. Huge.
All our classmates are idiots, so
What a
let's
banger.
assume they're high.
You know what 420 is, right?
Yeah, it's code for adults who still watch cartoons.
I have no doubt that's gonna be a hit. I feel it in my bones. Look how
I
excited.
mean, it's on HBO, so no one really watch HBO, right?
Kate is, Velma's coming. It premieres tomorrow. They forgot about Scooby-Doo. No, they proudly celebrated that Scooby-Doo won't be in this. So,
Alright guys, I'm gonna get off real quick. I'm actually starving right now. I'll probably be back on later, we'll see.